so we're gonna try this again. All right, so if you're just now following me, this is the second video, and I'm gonna call my girl to see if she sees me because I don't know if I'm live. I'm only gonna know if JRH comes up in here. That's the only way I'm gonna know. All right, babe. Did you get a notification?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So that's it. All right. Bye. All right. That's my technical analysis lady on the on my channel. Right. She's not here, but she's checking out the channel. She's checking out all the technicals. All right. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the market. It was a good day. It was a good day today. I made some trades. Yeah, I actually day traded today. That's right. When the market was coming down, I sold the 428 and the 427 SPY puts. I sold them for 20 cents on the dollar, right? So I collected $20 and I risked $80. So that's 20%. So I made 20% on that $80. No, is that right? Yeah, I had $80 at risk. Actually, it's a little more than that. 20% would be 816. Yeah, a little bit more. It was like 25% or something like that. I don't know. I didn't got the calculator in front of me. So I did that. I did that twice, and then the market kept coming down. I was like, wait a minute, man. I was supposed to hold there. So then I sold another 20, one strike wide. I sold the 424, 423 put, and I got 20 cents for that. So while I was doing that, the other ones was like in the money, and I was just like, oh, well, I'm going to lose that $160. So and the market rallied back, and I collected 20 cents on those 425, whatever, on both of them. I did four times. So yeah, I did some day trading today. I don't usually do that. I'm going to start doing that a little bit more often. I looked like the market was going to pop. I was like, man, the market's a little tired of going down. So we opened down. We was going down. I was like, I think it's going to hold. I think it's actually going to be a big rally today. After I placed my first trade, excuse me. Gosh, I had to answer. After I placed my first trade, I was like, it's not working. It's not right. Something's not right here. So then it kept going down. I did it again. I'm like, I'm making some money somewhere. Or if I lose that money, I'm going to make money here. And then while it was even down, I even sold further out of the money strikes. So I sold like the 400, 395. I got like maybe a quarter for that 30 days out. And then I sold something else like 405, 400s, maybe 35 days out and got like a quarter. So I was doing several trades, because I think we could be at a low for a minute, just for a minute. I'm not saying that the downturn is over. So what's everybody? If you see, I did the video yesterday and I was talking about my arm. All right. So here is my arm, and you see how I can't really work my mouse because I don't really have control here. So I think I might do a separate video on this, what's happening here. I ripped my bicep muscle, right? So they had to put it back in, all right? So they like drilled a hole in my bone and kind of took that tendon and, did whatever they do in there. And here I am. It's going to be a long time, right? It's going to be a long time, not necessarily with the sling. I think they want me in the sling for another month or so. I don't know, but we find out. I got some more doctor's appointments coming up. But, yeah, this is what's going on, and it's messed up. So I got some time to make some videos. All right, so let's get into it, man. It's been a while. Oh, yeah, I got the camera working. See, I'm back. I got the camera back working again. It took me a while to set that up. And here we go. This is your first time watching, subscribe. I know I'm talking a little slow here because but we're going to get into some stuff. I'm trying to change my viewing angle right now so we can get into this main screen. And we'll put me in the corner. Y'all want to see that? Yeah, y'all keep me in there. Keep this Jets hat. Yeah, we're going to be 0-4 this weekend. All right, so anyway, so you can see the Dow, the NASDAQ, right? They came out the gate. I was like, wow. I mean, first of all, the reversal, right? I knew I wanted to sell some puts right off before the market opened. And because the market was down, I was like, oh, this is perfect. I don't think it's going to stay down. Then it started rallying. I was like, oh, my gosh, here we go. Every time I want to buy something, it goes the wrong way in the pre-hours, before the market opens. So I sold them anyway. I was like, when the market opened, so it started coming down. It was coming down hard, and I was surprised because we had a big reversal in the pre-market, you know. So I'm like, wow, it just took that whole reversal back like that. And it was a little shy. I was like, okay, all right, that I'm surprised. But also when it was down there, I even took some of my long puts off. So I did some good trading. I did it right at the low. Finally, man, I did it at the low, and I'll show you the trigger that made me pull that trigger right at the low. And then it was off to the races from there. Now, some of the stocks I didn't do very well in my portfolio. I did good. I wanted to kill it with a day that the Dow was up like 600 points. NASDAQ was, I wanted to kill it. And the stocks that I would have killed it in was Amazon and Tesla if there was rain. So everything is looking green. And the stocks that I would have killed it in was Amazon and Tesla if they could have been green, but they wasn't. So it was like a regular day for me, man. If you looked at my portfolio, you would think the Dow was up 20, the S&P 1 up 1, and maybe the NASDAQ up 2. You would have thought something like that. Not a big day like this. So I was very disappointed. Bitcoin rally. I'm happy in that. Got that GBTC and MicroStrategy. All right, so let's go to the stocks and look at that. I got Square up. I was thinking about going to some more long calls on Square, so I had that up. And you see, I got a tight with this hand, right? And this is not my dominant hand. Right? Oh, I got to bring up my comments, by the way. I don't got that up. All right, so it was a good day for MicroStrategy. Nice little hammer there at the bottom, right? So hopefully that can continue. If Bitcoin is down over the weekend, it's not going to continue because this is basically a Bitcoin stock. All right, got my comments up. All right, JRH is in the building. All right, Beige. All right, my two. Hey, y'all all here. Anyway, so that's great. Anyway, so all right, yeah, MicroStrategy. So I just talked about that. Let's go back here real quick and I'm gonna type something in here because I got to show y'all something. Why I'm just excited about that stock because I come down here and there it is. The short float is 26% short. So this thing is going to explode if Bitcoin can catch a rally, right? If Bitcoin could just get up to 60, 65, and let's say it breaks the all-time high and starts working its way up to 70,000, 100,000. I'm telling you, because if it breaks the all-time high, it's going 100, right? That's the next stop. And we might see these guys try to bail, so that's why I'm really excited about that because I'm waiting for the squeeze in this one. Now, the only way the squeeze is going to happen if Bitcoin goes up, though, right? So there it is. That's that. So let's go to talk about my favorite stock. Hey, JRH, BBBY. It just didn't have the bounce. I was checking it out. It was down. Look at it, bro. So I'm like, okay. By the way, I sold a put spread in this. I sold the 17 put and bought the 10 put against it January 23s. I did that. How much did I do that for? $350, something like that. It was a good price, I think, and I'm expecting it to. Let's hope that works out for me. That's what I decided to do, especially once I seen it. It just didn't want to rally. So let me see. Look at it. I mean, yesterday's rally off the low was impressive, and this is where we did the video, and I was like, wow, okay, came right off that 15 and went all the way up to 18, and just look. I'm telling you. There's a lot of people here want to sell. If you come down to, let me bring this like that, bring that like that. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. I'm working it with the left hand. Let's bring up the daily and let's draw a box. Get the box going, and let's go from here. And let's go all the way back here. Now, this thing is taking me to October 2020. All right. Anyone that bought in this gray area has lost. They're down 20%. Oh, yeah, they down. No, not quite 20. Not all 20%, but they're down, right? So that's all this pressure coming back up. And these guys, I'm telling you, man, they holding the bag. They want out. If I go out to the weekly, I could even extend that. Can I extend it? No. Okay, so all of these guys, right, that actually thought, Bed Bath & Beyond was off to do new things, and, they're all holding the bag. Poor dude. Who bought here, right? Who's that guy? Is he still holding it? But I did that before. I top ticked before. We all top ticked. Anyway, but it looks like I was saying this support. I think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna hold. Today's action almost proved it. Down 4%. Down 4% today, and I got the air kicking too. Down 4% today, and the market was up like huge. So I was like, man, so what's it gonna do when the market's down? It's gonna go against the grain. So yeah, I think it's. I don't know. I don't think it looks good. We might see some bounces, but. That's why I did it. I did a put. It's like a leap put. I did a leap put. All right, so that's that. And disappointed. I would say what you guys want to talk about, because I'm going to be talking about the same things, man. I did start it off with a JRH stock though. So Cashmatic. The internet in the store. It's terrible, babe. The internet in the store. Oh, my babe's in the store. She's at shopping. What's happened to your arm? I got people deep in the street. He's dead. Nah, I did it. I talked about it. You probably came in late. So I messed up my bicep. That that big thick vein that you feel right there, that tendon, it's actually like a tendon. You could feel it, right? I busted that, and it went up my arm, and so it was just kind of my muscles just hanging there, and so they had to kind of pull that tendon back down, drill a hole in this bone, and put that tendon in, just like putting thread in a needle, So I'm all messed up. I have a cut here. I'm supposed to have a cut here, and then I have a cut here as well. Because when they put it in, right, they went to the back side of my arm and tied a knot, some crap like that. So I'm messed up. I'm going to be down for some months. I got to wear this for like a month. I don't know. I got an upcoming doctor's appointment, but I can't do much. Yeah, so it sucks. I got to cast. It's more like a splint. This side is no cast. So half the arm is cast, half of it's not. It's so I can't bend it. Even if I take this sling off, I won't be able to bend my arm. It'll still be stuck like this, right? I'll just be able to kind of drop my arm down, but the bend will still be there. So yeah, that's what's up. And they say it happens to middle-aged men like me, men between 40 and 60. I'm right in the middle. And yeah, if you're in that age range, be careful. And this is what I was telling my girl. This is what I was kind of mentioning yesterday in the video. Like if I was still driving the truck with them $1,000 lease payments and this happened, now what? Now what? So I don't know, man. And that was one of the reasons why I got out. I just felt it was risky. And sure enough, it would have got me. I'm not saying it would have happened doing something else, but you never know. I mean, you have an injury this injury is supposed to put me down 4 to 6 months. The jobs paid me 45. I got 45 days free pay. And then after that, I'm on official workers' comp, which is like 60% pay, not much. So, so I'm getting paid with workers' comp. So that's even going to be a struggle, So, got to get back. Got to get it going. Got to get back, man. Hey, maybe I can make money in these stocks. Remember I said if I had to trade for, to survive, to make money, to where I'm, paying bills and that's my only job, I wouldn't do well. I wouldn't do well at all. I mean, so maybe that's why I day traded today, because I did put on a day trade. Maybe you missed that part too. I sold some puts this morning. I sold a bunch of put spreads on the SPY, and I cashed out. I sold 5 for Monday. I sold 4 for today. The 4 today spied worthless, and the 5 for Monday, I bought them back for a nickel. I sold them for like 22, 23 cents. Decided to buy them back for a nickel. No need to go through the weekend, and I'm just trying to collect a nickel, and we could, have a nasty Monday or something, right? So I bought them back for a nickel, so it was a good day. And then I even sold some more out, way out there on the 30 days out, and then 35 days. I was selling all kinds of put spreads. And so far, so good. So far, so good on that, because I think the bounce might last a little bit longer. So let's go. Let's try to analyze the bounce. And I'll show you what I was looking at this morning. I was actually sitting at the computer looking at the market like, yeah, man, I'm going to make a trade. I'm going to day trade. Anyway, so yeah, let me come out a little bit further. What was that? What was I looking at? Here, right? So the market, this is the open. Yeah, the market opened here. Let's get like the 15-minute. Well, you can't really see the support I was looking at. Anyway, so it came down. You can see this line I drew, right? We got to get rid of this line. Remove drawing. And then let's go to the hourly. Yeah, so you see that? It's a bad line because I'm working with my left hand, right? So anyway, I'm like, man, it's got to hold here. It's got to hold. You know, everything, the VIX was screaming. You know, I was like, it's got to hold. So I started selling puts here. Sure enough, man, we got the bounce. So it was perfect. It was perfect. I thought I was fake because it was cutting through that. I was like, man, you ain't going to stop. I mean, let me show you the 15 minutes. Look, I was like, you ain't going to stop. See, it just went right through. So perfect trade, man. I actually sat there, watched it, and got in there. I sold them a little early, though. But then when it got here, that's when I was just selling them like crazy. Right? So hopefully it stays up. Don't know. I mean, it's just a bounce. We've been going down for a while now, right? So if you go to the right up here, right? So look, you can't even see today's action. Kind of bring it in. You look at today's action. Like it's like nothing. It's nothing. We had some volume. That was nice, but you know it was a long way down. So it just could be a bounce, like kind of like we had here, and then back down. So maybe we get another green day. Maybe like Monday be a little green, and then we could roll over, you know. So we have to be careful. I don't know if this low holds. So they came out with the Merck, right? The Merck has some kind of drug you take. I think it's pills you swallow, where if you're dying, you might not die. I think that's big, right? So I don't know why the market was really happy about that, because we wasn't selling off because of Delta. We was selling off because of interest rates. And by the way, the interest rates went down. We were selling off of that and supply chains and all that stuff, right? Inflation. So what does that got to do with inflation? You know, so anyway, maybe that's why I sold off towards the end of the day. I don't know. It's hard to understand that stuff. So we'll see what happens. So here we are. I'm zoomed out. Look at the SPY, right? So you had see the bounce right there. So it was a perfect little play for that bounce. So I don't know how long I'm gonna stay in those other puts I sold, but they were like 30 days out. I want to just try to get half. I sold them for like 25 cents, 23, I'm buying back for 12 cents or something. Hope and it should work out, man. I got a good head start today. As long as it don't be down like 400 or 500 points and keep doing that, then I'll be all right. All right, so I don't know why Walmart, man. Oh, y'all, you know I'm still in the Walmart, and I'm really thinking about. All right, y'all tell me if I should keep the trade. I'm gonna tell you what the trade is. I mean, Walmart is at levels of last August 20th. That was like, we was just, you know, I don't understand it. And I get it, and I think it's selling off because the supply chain. This is why I was worried about Amazon, right? And that's why I think Amazon's down. Even though I like it, I don't know how that's going to play into it. So, Walmart, this is like, you got to almost start scooping this thing up. They might have problems now, but I can't see it lasting a lifetime. You know what I mean? So, look at that. When did I put that trade on? I don't remember. Anyway, I think the January 23s. Okay, so I got 15 months. About 15 months. I bought the calls, 150, 155 call spread. Now I did that somewhere over here. Like it was like the stock was at 140, somewhere in this area, I think. Right? I'm like, okay. And it started going up quick, man. I was like, all right, it's 152, easy trade. I got a year for this thing to basically go up another $3. And look, it's just been going down straight down. I'm like, it's not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to go from 152 to 137. 137 is in the past. I'm trying to measure it. Is it just down 10%? Okay, it doesn't seem as bad. So it's down 10%, right? But I'm like, is it gonna be all right? Are we gonna get up? Are we gonna get to these new highs by next year? So I'm holding on. Oh, okay. So man, I got 50 of those things on. I bought 50 of the 150 calls and sold 50 of the 155 calls. So it's a big trade. All right, it's a huge trade. Yeah, I don't usually go that big unless I have conviction. And I had conviction at the time. And ever since I had conviction, the stock has shown me you don't have conviction. So I'm like, I don't want to stay long with something that big, right? So that's the problem. You can see the double top. And it's funny how that's one of the most strongest technical patterns, by the way. I don't need to trade it because I'm in it. I'm in it for the long run. I'm trying to zoom in here. Oh man. No, yeah, how do I zoom in? Yeah, here we go. All right. I don't trade it because I'm in it for the long run, right? Okay, it's gonna come down. Big deal, you know, and it'll come back up. So yeah, it stopped here, but it's coming down. I didn't think it'll get this low. I gotta be honest. You can see this trend line here, and you can see how it broke it. That means it should go lower, and it just needs to recover. Can we get to new highs by January next year? And if they come out and report earnings and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, the supply chain, and then Christmas for January, the January earnings after Christmas. Oh, Christmas sucked. We didn't have a good Christmas. Next thing you know, it's trading at 110 or something. You know, I'm like, oh, you know, so I don't know. That trade is bothering me, and I know I got time, but you see how big that trade is, and that's why it's bothering me. Like, huh? It's not supposed to do that. I didn't think it would visit this area again. So since I don't think it's going to visit this area, I decided to, I think it's a good time to pick it up if you want some shares. So anyway, that's Walmart. So I don't know, Amazon I think felt some of those woes today. It really, it was up kind of big today. See, it's doing actually the same thing. I think it's only flat. You know, a $3,000 stock only down $1. I can't stand it. I mean, it's just whatever. a dollar, $3,000. What percent of $1 is 3,000? $1, right? Is it divided by? It's like 0.00003. That's what I got. Even though it said it just changed 0.05. All right, so it's down 0.05%. I don't know what, maybe my math is wrong. But $1, well, that's $1.78. I did $1. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, what was I getting at? So I think it's the same problems. We'll see if it's all going to be about what they say, you know, and that earnings is coming up. What would it be, about 3 weeks, right? Usually about the third week of the quarter. Let's see if I can turn on the earnings. Let's see here. Show corporate actions. All right. Okay. The earnings is October 28th, right? So last time it ran into the earnings. Will it run to the earnings this time? I don't know. I don't know, because it's just ugly October, and you know it's got a lot of overhang. So we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens. I mean, they could report a disaster, you know, with what's going on out there. From what I understand, I heard it on CNBC today. He's talking about a container from China generally costs $5,000 to ship, and I'm like, that's it? $5,000? That's it? I mean, it's like go to East Coast to West Coast to East Coast. Isn't those loads more than 5,000? Anyway, 5,000 across the world. Anyway, that same container now costs $25,000 to ship. Oh, goodness gracious. Right? So that's what it's going to cost you to get a container over here. For what I even understand, that it maybe the truckers y'all can understand is that the rates are so high from going to China over here, they're just deadheading back over there to get the next load. They're not wasting all the time trying to load up here and blah, 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 because it's like pennies, the backhauls, pennies. But so I hear there's a problem even exporting, you know, because they don't want to take any loads. They're just like, I'm out of here. But it doesn't, you know, I don't know nothing about boats, but it seems to deadhead clear across the world, on the other side of the world, it seems like you want to make some money for that trip. But maybe they can haul ass without all that freight, right? So they haul ass over there. They don't wait and get over there and get that load and come back, right? So that's what I'm hearing that's going on. It's interesting stuff. But there it is. So yeah, the retailers, and when you look at the FinViz, let's go back to it. Let's go back to the heat map, because I'm looking at it, right. Well, Amazon. Okay, Apple was down. I was like, Apple's down. See, the stocks that ship stuff, like Apple does phones and all that other stuff, and Amazon does Amazon, right? And so they was down, but Microsoft's up. They don't ship anything. Everything you can download them, right? Google, they don't ship nothing. Facebook, they don't ship. They was up all day. So Apple's able to catch a bid towards the end of the day, but Amazon was able to kind of go to flat line. This thing was down kind of big today. Not that big, but what was it, $30 or something? It was down. It's like, when your stock is down like 30 and everything's up. Dow's up like 400, S&P up 25, Nasdaq 80%. I'm like, come on, man. If this was a huge down day, these things would have got destroyed today. So, Amazon, you got Tesla, it was down, and I was shocked because they had good relative strength. We was talking about that. And they just made it. I mean, they made a comeback. I really feel just because the market was strong and Ford. So these stocks they got problems as well with the whole chip thing, right? So it's just interesting. Everything is such in demand that you can't even get it to people, right? So whatever. I don't even know what's going on. All right, so that's all I want to talk about. That's all the stuff I'm in, right? I've been Square was down too. Yeah, so that's why I had a flat day. Let's go to the chart as well. Remember I told you I was big in that. And that's why I had it up at the beginning of the screen, because I was like, man, do I want to go, this is where I need the 50 calls. And I might have to get out of that Walmart trade, and I feel more comfortable with this one. Even though I still like Walmart because it's so low. I mean, it's got to bounce. Right, so Square was down there. And I don't understand this because the market was up strong. Bitcoin was up strong. Bitcoin's up 10%. So I'm like, okay, I don't know why you're down. Anyway, earnings coming up November 4th. All right, so that's in November. So that was interesting. Go to PayPal. And PayPal was 1.71. All right, so at the bottom of the range, this could be a good area to get into. Maybe bounce, right? You already saw some of the bounce. If you go to the 5-minute, right? Opened on its lows, and maybe this will continue for next week. We'll see. So anyway, oh wow, you saw that volume? Let me go back to that. And look at volume coming in at the end there, on the red candle too. Somebody there was getting out, wasn't they? Okay, somebody was getting in here. A lot of volume, and then right there they was getting out. Okay, don't want to be long over the weekend, I guess. All right, man, so that's it. I appreciate y'all coming. Got my girl in here, got JRH in here. Appreciate y'all. I got the camera back, and hopefully we don't need your boys, JRH. I'm gonna be all right. I was lifting a 37-pound box. Yeah, that's it. Go over here. There we go. All right, so I was lifting a 30. I had to take the box from like here and put it here. Right, so it was a easy lift, but it was 37 pounds. It's heavy, but it's not heavy. And I don't even know if I got the box off the ground. I mean, I was just like getting ready to lift it. Oh, I just felt like my arm was, all kinds of things were going on in there, and I was like, I was holding here, right here, I was like, and it was just the weirdest feeling. It hurt for about a good minute. It was in pain for like a minute, and then it hurt for it slowly. You don't even need to get surgery, from what I understand. If you're willing to live without your bicep muscle attached, you'll be fine, but you will have 60% less strength in that arm. And I feel I'm still kind of young, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with the surgery. I mean, my job messed it up, so they should fix it. Anyway, so you feel almost kind of like you're getting your strength back, but supposedly, what I understand, it gets worse, right? You'll struggle turning a screwdriver, and this is my dominant hand, by the way. So, like, if you just turning a screwdriver, by the way, that's where you get most of your bicep is from this. I know that's weird. I always thought it was this, but no, it's this. It's turning and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I would struggle turning a screwdriver. Taking some screws out. So I don't want to do that. So, but after this, when I do recover, it's apparently 100%. I'll be 100%. Maybe even some people say even stronger than you would have been without the surgery, because now your tendon is in there with strings and screws and stuff. So that's what they say. Anyway, but let's hopefully I can get a full recovery and go back. I know I'm gonna be afraid to lift things because it happens so easy. You would figure it's gonna happen when you're at the gym, weightlifting, whatever. It happened easy. Like I said, I don't even think I picked the box up. I think I just grabbed it, and then as soon as I went to lift, as soon as that action is where you go, that was it. It's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to be all right. And it's got to get used to working the left hand. If this was my left hand, I wouldn't even miss it. I'd be like, okay, I do everything righty anyway. One of the dangers is, since it's your dominant hand, you're quick to grab things. You're quick to grab things with your hand, right? Because you're used to grabbing things with your right hand, your dominant hand. And I can't do that. I got to be careful what I will grab just without thinking about it, because it'll be too heavy. It's going to take a long time for me to get that strength back to work it back. From what I understand, even once I come out of this, it's even a long time just to start to get that movement back, like to go straight out, straight in. I think I'm going to have to help my hand come in. I got to do turns like this. So that's going to take some time as well. So yeah, it's a long recovery period. But full recovery it should be. All right, so that's it. I am gonna go ahead and end this video. I'm just go check comments anyway. All right, babe, she's here. You said you need to call in. It will help build your channel while you're off. I was doing that in the beginning. Remember, I talked to Cashmatic. Cashmatic called in a couple times, and I'm trying to think, did you call in, Jerry? No one will call in. I talked to Mary. Remember Mary? That was a good conversation. I was doing Twitch or whatever. Not Twitch. What's that? Zoom. And then I was doing Restream, and I was doing the other one. And no one called in. Now, you don't have to get on video. You can just hit the audio. No one wanted to talk to me. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, I could try it out again. Maybe I'll just do it on the phone with the speaker thing. And maybe it'll be a little bit more comfortable for people. And then if you're a driver, it'll be actually easier because you got the headset thing going. You ain't got to look at your phone and stuff like that. And you can just kind of keep it moving. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, the channel just gets no love. Doesn't matter what I do. By the way, so you saw my girl's video. I dropped it in the channel. You probably said, that's what she's doing. That's what I've been working on too when I haven't been making videos. I'm working on her shit, right? So she's selling jewelry. That's the like a commercial we made. We created that together. Anyways, and she looks good there, right? So we shot that. She's actively selling it. Any ladies that want to sell their own jewelry or just even wear it, you can just wear it and don't sell anything because you get a lot of jewelry. It's good. It's good stuff. It's a good deal. It's a steal. We're gonna be raising prices soon, but yeah. But that's what's going on with that. And so I just figured I had that on the channel for a while. I was going through looking at some of the videos on my channel, and I noticed that it was unlisted. So I just decided to make it public because I had it unlisted because she didn't launch yet. We already did a commercial and stuff, and I needed to upload it to save it. So she didn't launch yet. So she'd been launched. She launched 4 weeks ago. So I was like, you know what? All right, you launched. So let me go ahead and just let this out to my people. Maybe she can catch some sales. You never know. She was on there? I don't know what you mean, babe. She said it was on there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I might come out. I'm going to also, as soon as I get my arm back, I had a hard time even hooking up my camera because the camera you see is not a simple webcam. It's the big full frame Nikon D610. It's big, man. It's big. It's the $1,000 lens and the $2,000 body. Well, $1,500 body. That's what you're looking at right now. So heavy stuff. I set it up there. I got mounts and stuff, and I got this right here. It'll focus me. All I got to do is hold this. Check it out. Watch it. See it kind of zoom in. Yeah, I'll do this. Get on my hand. Right, so it's kind of focuses on my hand, and I got to focus back to me. Let me see. I'm looking at the replay, y'all. Oh, it didn't work out with my hand. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Yeah, it's like neat technology, man. This is what I used to when I was doing photography, right? I have all kinds of photography equipment up in here. I got multiple cameras and lenses and stuff. So I was like, I was going to get a new webcam, even though I got a good one already. And I was like, how about I just use my real camera? And I was like, I got to mount it up there. So I got the mounts and stuff. And I was like, because I'm not using my camera, I might as well use it for a webcam. It'd be the greatest webcam you can get. So I'm using my full frame 28 to 70 2.8 lens. So it's looking good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. See, I lost somebody, and I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to do, oh yeah, I said if you're watching a replay, I'm going to go ahead and maybe change this format a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to do something like that. But I got to wait till the hand gets better. All right, so I'll talk to you guys later. This is Dre, and I'm out. Peace.